today is my second day of not having a proper internet connection, and it's just so hard, especially if I'm in the middle of selling a lot of things in the internet. So might as well spend my time doing something like recording a video. So today I will show you my book which I use for flower pressing. Well, actually, I buy books just to press flowers. I mean, books that I'm not interested with, like fiction or any other book that is not history. Okay, for some reasons. I love fiction. I read sometimes, but if there is one thing that I can't help myself from buying, it will be history books. But anyway, so this flower, I mean, this plant, according to Google, it's actually flowering. It's called Silver Ragwort, as far as I know, and as far as Google said so. And it's one of the flower. I mean, it's one of the plants that I really want to press since I arrived here in Sweden. Unfortunately, I don't have any friends who are, who plants this. Okay, I mean, you usually see this. You will see this usually in plant. I mean, in parks, or for me, I always see them in bus stations, and of course, I can't pick those, and you can't find this in the wild as well. So might as well buy. I bought this like a month ago, and at first I placed it inside my room, and then it was like it started to wither, and I realized that it really needs, the sun and maybe the cold. I don't know, but as you can see, it's okay. A couple of weeks ago, the leaves are actually like about to fall and turning yellow, but now they're okay. And actually, and in fact, I cut some of the leaves already, as you can see, and I pressed some of them. I've seen a lot of flower pressers online who are into pressing this kind of plant, and it really looks so nice, especially if you will put it on a dark surface. I mean, dark background. So today I will show you how it looked like after I pressed them for like more than I think 2 weeks already. So let's go. Oh, by the way, it's raining hard outside. I don't know if you can see it. It seems like it's just a cloudy, gloomy day, but it's actually raining. And I love it when it's like this because it kind of reminds me of home. And I mean, minus the flood, because in our area a little bit of rain will cause floods. Anyway, I love this kind of weather because later if I go out I'm going to wear my rain boots, and it's something that I really don't do in the Philippines. But now, but here I can do that, and I love it. And yeah, so let's go to my press. So I got this old book for free at the secondhand store. So for those of you who don't know, Sweden is actually a place, a haven for secondhand things. They love everything secondhand, and I love it too. I mean, I love going there. I made friends with people there already, and I love it whenever they tell me that they have something new, blah blah blah, and all that. I don't really buy that much. I only buy those that I need, to be honest. Like jewelries that I can upcycle, and books. Just like what I've said, I love reading books, but I don't know if I told you about this already, but I love reading books, especially history books. I'm not into fiction, but I can sometimes, but it depends on the author. Anyway, so this is the book that I got for free. The thing is, if you go to secondhand stores, like at the end of every season, they might have books for free, and this is one of those. It's actually it's old looking. I don't know. It's Swedish. I was thinking that I can use this for pictorials and other things. And I love this book, especially these kinds of pages. I don't know if you're Swedish, maybe you can read it. You can tell me what it is about. It's 1953, so it's really vintage. And this is, I love this kind of paper. I don't know how you call this, but it's perfect when you want to dry leaves or flowers. So, I mentioned a while ago that I dried some silver ragwort, and these are the these are the leaves. Let's see. I love placing it. I mean, my books, whenever I press them, I love placing them near the window, which is really cold. It's cold actually. And okay, so it's now raining and there's sunshine. And in the Philippines, oh sorry, in the Philippines we believe that um a creature who is called tikbalang, half horse, half human. The upper part is actually the horse and the lower part is human. It's not a centaur because it's the other way around for the centaur. So they're actually getting married right now. That's why it's like that. But anyway, yeah, very Filipino me, always thinking of it that way whenever I see this kind of phenomenon. Anyway, so I usually put my books, especially those that I use for pressing, near the window, which is cold, and the near the radiator, which is most of the time warm. And I think it's a perfect spot to dry flowers. I've seen a lot of people use this top to dry flowers. It's just that it's funny sometimes because not all flowers can be dried. I mean, you can just put them anywhere and they're gonna dry perfectly. I realized that one. I realized that already. And you need to have that kind of skill to know which one should be in this kind of drying or pressing. So with this, which is I'm kind of worried about drying them by pressing because they look like a bit how am I gonna say, the texture of a succulent, so it's something like that. But I know that they will perfectly dry, that white silvery thing, because I've seen a lot of uh, artists out there who are doing the same thing. But anyway, these are the leaves. There are people who usually press them and then check like after 3 4 days, I don't know. But again, it's a skill that you need to develop. You need to know which one should be pressed and be checked after a couple of days, and which ones that are, you don't need to do so. For this one, I just press them as is, like in this book. And as you can see, it's not that messy, right? There are leaves like this one, I mean others that are too watery, that has a lot of moisture. You need to put something in between, like let's say parchment, or another, or a piece of paper, baking paper. I don't know how you do it, but for me baking paper is a no actually. It doesn't really absorb water. But this one is really perfect. So I just press them like that and then wait for 14 days, and as you can see, they're really good. The problem that I had was their leaves are kind of curled, and you will see that it's kind of curled. So I needed to like fleur, I don't know how do you say that, but to open it up and press them, but then it didn't work in some of the leaves, but I still find them perfect. These are the eucalyptus that I dried a couple of days ago, and now I use them all, and these are the remaining ones, and I don't care about them anymore. So let's see. So you see the shape and all that, the shape and the color, it inspires me to do a lot of things already, and they're just so pretty. So I will use them not in my jewelries but in my press creations. As you know, I don't know if I mentioned already that I will have an exhibit on um the 9th to 15th of December in Stockholm. I don't know if I mentioned it in my Instagram already, but yeah, I will have an exhibit. It's actually a group exhibit with the other Filipino artists here in Sweden, and I love it. So as you can see, I love the shape, and I'm planning to put them on a black paper, which I don't have right now, so I need to buy. The thing is, it's kind of expensive. Everything in Sweden is just so expensive. The reason why it pushed me to be more sustainable when it comes to my art. If there are things that I can do or upcycle, I'd rather do it that way rather than buy, because it's really expensive. And staying here for like 2 years, it taught me a lot of things, especially in mending clothes, for example, in doing things that can help Mother Earth. So these are the leaves that I pressed. As you can see, it's a lot actually, and I plan to press more. maybe tomorrow. Let's see. But the thing is, if I press too much, I don't know where I will put them. So, and I'm gonna give the plant away soon. So yeah, and see, they're still. And I'd like to show you that I pressed this a couple of days ago, but it's still not okay. It's still not dry. I mean, so it's just wonderful. It's a monstera leaf that turned yellow, maybe because I forgot to change the water. It doesn't have enough vitamins anymore, and now it's like this. But it looks so beautiful. It doesn't have any stain, or it doesn't have any brown part, so I really love it. Anyway, so these are my work. I mean, these are the leaves that I dried, and let's see what I can do for the next days. And this is the book, whatever this means. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful week ahead. And this is the side of my house, and it's just beautiful. I love this. I love this area. I mean, I love this um property. I don't know how you say it, but these two are the ones that you see are actually barns, or just they don't use it for as a living space. You know what I mean? It's on the other side. So their house is like in the middle of this big land. And it's just so cute because they have their own porch, and I love houses with porches because I want to have my own someday, and I'm gonna turn it into a studio, and it's just so beautiful. And as you can see over here, the leaves are falling, and I'm starting to see houses on the other side of the road, which is you will be able to do that once all leaves have fallen and winter's here. Oh, there's a rainbow. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a rainbow. There's a rainbow. Oh, I love it. I usually see rainbows here in Sweden, and I just love the feeling. It gives you hope, and I love it. I love hope. I mean, the feeling of hope, and I hope that everybody will feel the same way too. So, have a wonderful day wherever you are in this part of the world. Mwah.